We only had one home remedy. Actually, my dad had a couple home remedies that were ridiculous. We played a lot of sports growing up in my family, so we get the old athlete's foot. And instead of going out and getting the Desinex, the easy cure for athlete's foot, you just throw it on, it's gone the next day, basically. But when you have 7 kids in your family, I guess you can't buy all the...
Can't afford sugar and margarine on your feet?
So my dad swore that, like, you would take a bath or a shower, what have you, and then at the end of the bath, take some soap and just kind of, rub the soap in between your toes.
And that fixed it?
And leave it there.
For how long?
Which would make it so much worse and so much itchier. But he claims that cured athlete's foot.
Why don't you just put some installation in your sneakers?
Installation? It's insulation. Oh my God!
Insulation.
But it was can't be funny. Serious.
Wait, I gotta keep track.
You have to just be goofing.
I gotta keep track today.
Two mess ups on the words. But
installation instead of insulation. Insulation. And what was the other one at? The oatmeal one?
Yeah. Oatmeal.
Instead of oatmeal, he said oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
All right. And if there's any others, please let us know out there in Radio Land. Okay.
Athletes, how do you get, when you get, jock itch? That's the same as athlete's foot, basically. What is that?
Fungus.
Where does it come from?
I don't get the jock itch, thank God.
What's it from, sweating or something?
Yeah, you gotta keep clean down
Sweaty
there.
ball bag. Sweaty ball bag.
Keep your sack clean.
Well, of course you wash your sack when you're taking a shower. Everybody washes their sack.
See, I think if you get jock itch, you're just not really taking the shower seriously.
Well, then that's the same as if you get athlete's foot. It's the same thing.
Well, the problem with athlete's foot, and a lot of people will agree, we don't really pay attention to our feet in the shower. Every once in a while, you'll lift the one foot up and give it a quick scrub, but you're not really spending time on your feet in the shower, and you don't dry them properly because it's quite frankly, it's a pain in the ass. Hence, the fungus is allowed to grow. It's a little moist down there, and you're not cleaning it well to begin with. But if you're not cleaning your business... Okay, and you're getting the jock itch, that you're really lazy in the shower.
But you could clean your balls, go to sleep or whatever, or just you're wearing underwear and it's hot and you're sweaty. Wouldn't that cause it? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're laying in bed and you're sweating at night,
you can lay in bed for a week.
It doesn't mean your balls are dirty if you get. I don't know.
Wash.
You just got to wash, and you won't get either one.
I'm just saying, this shit is itching the hell out of me.
You got it?
You got jock itch?
No, I don't know. It's just right...
Oh, no.
Right? Not on my balls.
Yeah.
But between my balls and my leg.
Right where it meets?
Yeah, where it meets.
I know what you're doing.
It's what?
You're shaving, right?
My balls? No, I never shave down there.
Relax, dude.
The new
Guys are shaving their balls. You make it sound like it's a crazy thing.
Well, they wouldn't shave their balls.
Here we go again, because, you shave your balls? Yes, I shave my fucking balls. And if we go to the phones, I think I'll find more people that shave than don't.
People say that's gay.
But you make it sound like it's all shocking.
Well, no, you wouldn't shave your ball. You shave above your balls. The hair patch you're talking about. You don't shave the balls.
No, people are shaving their balls.
Oh, yeah.
The balls?
Yeah.
The sack?
Yeah.
How can you can't, you could cut, you can't shave it because it's not smooth.
It doesn't really cut. You just keep it, like clean down there. Yeah. Crazy Jim turned me onto that years ago at AAF.
Oh.
Probably shouldn't add that part.
I know, but
sounds like, here, let me help you out with that.
Let these fuckers think what they want.
Straight razor, some cream. Let me cream you up.
This Crazy Jim, he was not shy about this stuff, and he said how great it was on our show one day, and I went, that's interesting. I'm going to try this.
Guys will say it's gay, but the chicks will dig it.
What's the benefit out of it? So it just doesn't...
The girls like it for some reason.
Even above, do you do the patch above so you're bald, after you
shave it like a flipper?
Honestly, this is where,
kind of...
Because everyone has their line. Because I think Norton does this. When you're shaving above the thing, that is, uber gay. But to keep everything nice and then trim down the ball hair or take it off.
Do you keep it under control above?
Yeah, of course. But he's talking about just completely shaving it.
Yeah, I mean, after you get crabs, you got to shave it. One time I
couldn't tell you.
I lived with this girl, Stacy. When I lived with Stacy, I was going down on her, and I see this little thing crawling. I'm going, this bitch got crabs. And I was living with her, so that means, You never had crabs.
Never.
Ever. Everybody's had crabs.
No, everyone hasn't had crabs.
No,
Rich.
I've never had crabs.
You never had crabs or scabies
in
or
the
anything?
room? Anyone crabs?
Nope.
No.
Crabs, anyone?
No?
No, man.
I mean, I never got them either. But a lot of people.
Sure.
How about
if you're eating a girl with crabs, you got the crabs.
No, I saw one little crawl.
So you got them.
Oh, this was years ago when I was, like 21.
Still got them.
22. Huh?
I got mice, but I don't have crabs.
Oh, mice.
And every once in a while a cockroach, but
yeah, that's not you. How about you ever have like gonorrhea or any of that shit?
Nope. Can't get anything past you today, huh, Rich?
Oh.
Never had an STD.
Really?
Nope.
Good for you.
Same here.
Okay.
Why are you looking at us like you're in shock? There are people that don't get them.
Back in the day, I mean, well, see, I'm older.
I'm lucky.
So, I'm older. I mean, so we were banging. Before AIDS, we were banging without rubbers. I mean, once AIDS came, you always wore a rubber. But before then, you were just, you go to the bar and,
pick up some whore with crabs.
Horrible. Just
anyway.
Did you finish up with the girl after you're going down on her and you see a crab up close?
You have to
like right there, face to face with a crab. Hi, Rich. And then do you finish up, or do you just say "fuck this"? Leave?
Yeah, you just. Well, no, we lived together. She caught him from the roommate. The other girl brought him in. She got it off the toilet seat, and I lived with her.
That's always the way.
Yeah,
the toilet seat, which has never happened either.
No, I don't think the toilet seat transmits diseases at all.
No, crabs, not diseases.
I don't think it transmits anything.
No,
I really don't. I sit right down, man. I've never used one of those fucking paper things.
In a public thing, you would sit right down? You wouldn't even clean it off? You clean it off?
Yeah. There's times I'll at least wipe down, but there are times I don't even wipe down.
If you see piss on there, you go to another stall.
Oh, no, I'll just wipe that off.
Really?
I've never had a problem whatsoever. Why are you drooling on yourself?
Because I'm thinking, it's disgusting, like these...
I just sit right down. Like a man's man. You just open that stall and you sit right down.
Take a seat.
You don't take that cute little paper fucking cover out of the thing.
You're not sitting there eating cake, my friend.
You're
taking a shit.
I'll take a little look. Sure, I'll take a look and say, all right, well, I gotta wipe this up a little bit before I sit down. But that's about it. I'm not taking those freaking paper things.
No. I've never used a paper thing.
Someone the other day was talking on the show about building a nest. I don't build nests, none of that shit. I just sit down, do what I have to do, and get the hell out of there.
You're out of control. You're crazy.
Get the hell out of there.
I clean off, man. I won't put the paper down.
And I rarely clean my hands after I take a leak.
Well, you got
rarely. And
I'll never do
and it comes up here because we run, during breaks to take leaks and stuff. And every once in a while, we'll have a guest or a fellow comedian in, and they're like, "Dude, you don't wash your hands after you take a leak?" I'm like, "No.
You gotta
this part is the cleanest part on your body."
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Your hands are so much dirtier than your dick.
Yeah, but
guaranteed.
Yeah, but put it this way: if you're touching the door handle and I got to touch it, I'm touching the same stuff you're touching with your hands that make your hands dirty.
You've been doing it for over 10 years.
I know.
And what has happened?
By proxy.
What has happened?
Giving Opie a hand job by proxy every time I open the door.
Nothing has happened.
No, it's just kind of gross.
It's all paranoia. What you don't know, it can't hurt you.
It has nothing to do with you think you're going to catch anything.
But it's so ridiculous. People go, I can't believe you don't wash your hands after you take a leak. It's the cleanest part on your body,
Nobody washes. I mean, you don't have to wash your hands unless you work in a restaurant. Who cares? I mean.
Right. The other remedy, because I had two, when I would go out to my grandma's beach house. What are you getting?
Yeah. I just need more water.
Oh, when I would go out to my grandma's beach house in Wading River on Long Island, and my parents just didn't believe in suntan lotion at all, and we would
believe in it.
Well, it might have been.
It exists. Look,
it might have been another one of those. You have 7 kids, you got to kind of like.
Yeah, cut corners.
You got to cut corners, and that's brilliant to cut corners on sunscreen for your fucking kids.
Margarine.
Holy crap, nothing. And look how white I am.
Yeah.
And then stupid me, I would like lay down like this with my hands behind my head.
The most tender part of Opie's arm.
I would get the really red sunburn on my underarms and this skin over here, just burnt to a crisp, as red could be. And then I tell the story all the time. It's the truth. Then we'd sleep over at my grandma's house in army cots. I don't know why she had army cots, but she had many army cots in her beach house.
Those are comfy material. Burlap. Yeah. Army surplus burlap.
And then wool blankets. And it's the middle of summer. I swear to God.
It's
wool
like sandpaper.
blankets. I don't know. To this day, I don't know why we had wool blankets in my grandma's house. I don't know why. And I don't know why not one uncle or aunt or my mom or my dad looked at my grandma and said, wool blankets stink. They're absolutely awful.
Yeah, they hurt.
And then, I'll have an aunt or something and it'll say, you should be thankful you had a nice childhood, blah, blah, blah. But the wool blankets after having a really bad sunburn on the beach, and of course no one really tidied up, so you're already sleeping in an army cot that has sand in it, and then you got the wool blanket, and it's like, July and August where it's 90 degrees at night, and you're sitting there suffering with sunburn.
Comfy.
So I'd go to my dad and beg, I need some relief here, help me out, what the hell, this sunburn is killing me. So his home remedy was vinegar.
Wait, after the sunburn?
Oh yeah, he would rub it on my body. Vinegar.
What would that?
It did absolutely.
What did it do?
It was supposed to take the sting.
You stink.
It was supposed to take the sting out of the sunburn, but yes, Anthony, it just made me stink.
Like vinegar.
But that was his home remedy for that.
Like
He had
salad.
He had two home remedies: the athlete foot thing and the sunburn vinegar.
Neither
thing.
of which worked.
No, not at all.
Wonderful.
Absolutely not.
So wool blankets. That's tough.
Swear to God.
I mean,
people, these stories come up every once in a while. People don't believe it. They think I'm making it up. I got to get my cousins in here and my brothers.
it's tough. I mean, after laying on the beach all day. Some kids in some countries, live in huts on the ground, and you got to deal with a wool blanket. That's a tough life.
It's America. You're a kid. You don't want to sleep in an army cot.
You know how awful a wool blanket is, even on a nice winter day.
I don't even think they use that in the army now.
That's what I'm saying. The
cot's got to be the worst.
It was awful. Or you'd have to share a bed with like two of your brothers. It was weird.
It's one of those cots where if you turn the wrong way, your thigh gets pinched where it folds.
Oh yeah.
Like those old reclining things that were out by the pool when you were a kid, the metal ones, and your thigh used to get pinched in the point where the chair would bend.
And we would all hang out with my grandma for the weekend, and the uncles and aunts would leave, and my mom and dad would leave, and so now my grandma has to feed all of us, all my brothers and sisters and a lot of my cousins. So she'd just get the Wonder Bread out, spread it. This is a true story. Spread it out on the table, get the tub of margarine.
Was it Wonder Bread though?
Oh yeah. Well, I think so. I think they splurged for the Wonder Bread, and then they would get a tub of margarine. Not butter. Spread the margarine on all the bread, and then she would break out the sugar. This is a true story.
I love that stuff. That was great.
Oh, God.
When I tell this shit, people are like, there's no fucking way.
Of course. You used to have butter and sugar sandwiches.
You had them too?
Yeah.
Margarine.
Butter and...
Margarine, though.
Ours was just butter or whatever.
We couldn't afford butter, really. No way. Not for all those kids. I mean, we weren't poor, but
that stuff just called spread? You don't know what it is?
I guess we were poor. I'm trying to figure this out. I think it was more that we had so many kids that the money didn't go around as much as other families.
Yeah, if you had like 2 kids in your family, probably be rich.
Yeah. So then she would take the spoon out with the sugar and just, margarine and sugar sandwiches.
That's great.
On a hot summer day.
Smelling like vinegar.
Yeah, sunburned little vinegar kid with soap between their toes. And running around on a sugar high.
And every time I get together with, the extended family for the holidays, these stories come up. Oh, I heard you on the radio talking about the margarine and sugar sandwiches. And then they would go, but wasn't it just great?
Ah, the days.
And I'm saying, no, it wasn't great. A bologna sandwich every once in a while would have been nice.
Some type of meat.
And bologna was the lowest form of meat, too. They were like, we used to go get half subs and whatever, and bologna was like 40 cents.
Yeah.
And we were poor, too. My mother would fry the bologna, give us fried bologna sandwiches.
I'm going to puke.
Fried bologna, because it was like...
With a little cheese, right?
Yeah, it was like a low man's pork roll.
We got the cheap cheese, though. I swear to God, we got what amounts to government cheese.
Yeah, the brick.
I hated cheese until, I don't know. I think I hated cheese until, like, college. Because then I finally had a real piece of cheese and went, this is how this shit's supposed to taste? Holy crap.
My grandmother was an embarrassment, though, because I lived, the whole street was a black neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, there were ruthless little kids. And then right when the street lights came on, my grandmother would come walking down the street with her stockings down to her ankle and a nightgown yelling for me and my brother to come in, and her teeth falling out of her mouth, her face. And it was just total nightmare. Because I lived above my we lived for free my grandparents owned the house, and my mother had no money, too. So we lived for free on the second floor, so we basically had to listen to my grandparents and my, you know what I mean? It just sucked living above, you know, them telling me what to do, and fuck you, you know, my
childhood.
Oh, it sucked. It just ruined everything. My grandfather was a compulsive gambler, which, you know.
No, I liked my upbringing, but there was some weird crap that went on. Powdered milk?
No.
Oh, yeah, powdered milk. We couldn't afford all that milk for 7 kids. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
you know how much milk you would go through in a week for 7 kids growing up?
Wasn't that just like water and like paste?
It was actual powder.
Yeah.
I've never had powder,
right?
No.
Yeah, Underwood Devil.
It's the most disgusting thing you could drink. That's how we got our milk nutrition. Every once in a while, you go to a friend's house and...
Is the milk nutrition in there?
Who knows, but...
Is it taken out in the powdering process?
Every once in a while, you go to a friend's house and get a real glass of milk. Oh, my God. That was
Realize
like...
what it's like,
my
creamy.
God. It was like heaven.
Did you ever have that Underwood Devil ham crap? Like it was like a... Who knows what it was? But
Oh,
it was
yeah,
like,
I know what you're talking
about. It was like a spray. It was like Spam.
My mom would get the cold cuts that no one else would buy, the stuff that had like the olives in it and all that crap.
Olive loaf.
Or whatever it was, like ham with like olives.
Olive loaf.
All those vegetables no one eats.
Yeah,
but they decide to make it throw it into meat for some reason. Oh, yeah. And the cupboard was all products that were, I think they were called no frills back then.
Yeah.
Where it was a white box with just like one word on it.
So whatever it was.
Kind of like that old movie Repo Man when they went in and got beer. But in my house, that's what every single item in the cupboard, it was just in a white package and just had black writing, whatever. And they would always try to make believe it was like Captain Crunch, but they had another weird name for it, like it would just say Crunch or something like that. Oh, yeah. The no frills brands of all the popular brands that everyone else was eating.
We used to go in when we finally got apartments, me and my friends, and this is before they had scanners. We used to go to the supermarket and just switch the prices. You peel the labels off, and we would just put the other price on. I mean, we'd walk out with king crab meat, you know, for like, 80 cents or whatever, and we just switch everything and steal and do whatever we could as criminals. Well, just growing up, you knew.
Let's go to the phones because a lot of people are saying that you said another word wrong today. Jason, go ahead.
Yeah, Voss fucked up twice again.
All right, go ahead.
He said gondorrhea for gonorrhea and low man's pork roll for poor man's pork roll.
Wait, gonorrhea instead of gonorrhea, okay.
What was the other one?
Low man's pork roll for poor man's pork roll.
No, I said the low.
All right.
Watching out.
We're keeping track. Thank you, sir. Let's say hi to Joey. Joey, you're next on the Opie and Anthony program. What's up?
Hey, buddies.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, I had the powdered milk myself and the vinegar treatment. It was the same exact thing. I loved it growing up. Hey, one thing I've got is a world record for yam bag hair. You guys talking about shaving?
Yeah.
I was at a Ben Franklin. I was down there cleaning myself up. I pull it out, and there it is, 13.5 inches long.
A ball bag hair 13.5 inches long?
It must have gone unnoticed. And I took a piece of paper out from the desk at the Ben Franklin, and I measured it across diagonally. Yeah. And I said, this has got to be a record. So I left it in the drawer for housekeeping, and I checked out the next morning.
It's really 13.5 inches long?
Yeah. You take a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, and that's how I measured it. I had no tape measure, so I stretched it out, and there it was. I couldn't believe it. I'm telling everybody.
Wow. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, boys.
Let's go to West Side Doug. West Side Doug, what's up?
Yeah, man. Talking about waxing my ball bag makes your mule look bigger. And I'm not gay or anything, but
does it or above? If you like shave above?
No, you gotta shave the tree.
What do you mean?
If you see a tree out like in a park and it has bushes around it, but then you take the bushes.
Oh, it looks taller.
Oh, it looks a lot taller.
So you got to like shave around the shaft.
Oh, you could cheat. You could cheat. Give yourself the appearance of at least 2 more.
Really?
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That much?
Well, maybe a slight exaggeration, but you could definitely.
A lot of hair.
You could definitely.
A lot of brush.
You know, in the schoolyard around the trees, like there's no grass at all. They have this circle of dirt. Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Put some brickwork around it.
Something like,
wow, all fancy.
That's an impressive tree.
All about the maintenance, boys.
All right.
The maintenance.
I gotta fly. Punching out.
All right, thank you, sir. All right.